Did Minecraft have some deep lore that I was unaware of? Why does this game even exist, besides being an obvious cash grab from Microsoft? Brought to you by the developer that has made exactly one really good game, and then a bunch of other games trying to recreate that one game in different licensed franchises. As well as the one developer who made one really successful game, and not much else.
Nothing built can last forever.
Oh man, they dragged poor Professor Farnsworth into this.
Gabriel, the warrior, before whose sword all combatants would tremble.
Only if they're immobile heads on sticks though. Also, what do you think the over-under is on Gabriel being voiced by Dave Fennoy? I mean, he voiced the black guy in every Telltale game so far.
Eligard, the redstone engineer, whose machines would spark an era of invention.
Eligard's world-changing inventions consists of a couple pistons not pushing any blocks. This is everyone's first redstone creation.
Their story complete, they slipped away into the pages of legend.
Except that they're still alive, and one of them even does conventions.
Would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized zombies or 10 zombie-sized chickens?
Did I stumble into an Ask Me Anything thread on Reddit? If the first line out of a character's mouth is a meme, you are trying way too hard to appeal to internet culture.
That's easy. I'll take the little tiny little zombies.
Oh man, they dragged poor Patton Oswalt into this.
We are not losers, Olivia.
We lose all the time. It's what we do.
Looks like Telltale went with story plot 22B, where the main cast starts as a group of lovable losers who will come to realize their true potential to be heroes. You may recognize it from every plot written for this demographic in the last 20 years.
Boom!
Why would anyone be tricked by a fake creeper during the day in a brightly lit room? This is like Minecraft 101.
That'll do, Ruben. That'll do.
At this point, Telltale is like that one awkward dad trying to fit in with his son's friends by using every internet meme he knows in the first 5 minutes of the conversation.
Also, it's in 2 parts. Each part more exciting than the last.
That's pretty much Telltale's design philosophy, only split among 5 parts, and it tends to peak with episode 1.
We never win. And this year we've got Ruben with us.
The way you were talking about Ruben earlier made it seem like you bring Ruben with you every year to the building competition. So this should be normal by now.
I think this is the first time we've decided on something before getting to the competition.
No wonder you've lost every previous competition. Plan ahead, people. I've never seen a training montage in the first 5 minutes of a story before. Probably for good reason. Why are you even doing push-ups? You need to collect materials to make a creeper statue. And why is the pig basically Yoda for this? All that sand and ink Jesse collects is not used for anything they build in the competition. This game trots out the jerk team who wear leather jackets and are inexplicably assholes to only one team in particular and no others, as seen in basically every kids movie from the 80s and 90s.
Freaking beacon?
That's stained glass. They aren't just building a beacon. They're building a rainbow beacon.
They must have checked the wiki on how to build that.
You'll have to eat me first.
This is somebody's fetish. I guarantee it.
You help these tools?
For the right price, I'll help anyone. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
None of us know where to find you.
Exactly.
What? Then how are they supposed to find you? Your business is getting things from the Nether for people. Why would you want to be difficult to find after telling them they know where to find you?
No hard feelings, guys. And if you're cool with Petra, you're cool with us.
Lucas is the one good guy on the team full of leather jacket wearing assholes. Honestly, he's so normal I wonder why he hangs out with them in the first place. He has to know his team is comprised of douchebags.
Ocelots!
Is Big Boss here somewhere? This makes 2 games in a row now where Telltale has tried to be in on the joke that is their only original game mechanic. Those fireworks are going off right above your heads. Fucking run!
Whoops.
Oh no, Ruben's on fire! Ruben, no, come back!
It was Aiden, that
The
punk.
lava's getting closer.
Ruined the build.
This is why you always keep a bucket of water on you. After all 3 of them go looking for Ruben, Olivia and Axel split up and do absolutely nothing to find Ruben, making them coming along to search completely pointless. Suddenly I'm getting the Walking Dead flashbacks. Huh, that's pretty ironic.
You're gonna have to make a run for it, okay?
Ruben ran straight through the mob of zombies. Odds are you could do the same. Jesse and Petra escaped by running to the left, which makes me wonder why Jesse didn't do that to start with if there was an obvious escape route.
Fresh from the Nether.
You risked your life for that dusty old skull?
Oh, I risk my life for the thing I'm gonna exchange for that dusty old skull. There's this guy I'm meeting up with at EnderCon. He's gonna trade me a diamond for it.
A wither skull is worth way more than a single diamond. Petra is getting ripped off.
Since that wooden sword of yours got busted,
You're giving me a new one?
even better, you can make your own.
I feel that Jesse should have made a stone sword long before graduating to crafting fireworks displays and trying to win competitions. What's next? Is he gonna make his first pickaxe?
Here we go. Jackpot.
Yeah, because sticks and cobblestone are so hard to come by in Minecraft. Telltale really likes the Zombieland intro. That is not the Minecraft swimming animation. Or its lack of swimming animation to be more exact.
Couldn't find him either, huh?
I'm sorry, Jesse. We looked everywhere.
So we just left you in the mob-filled woods at night and came back to town. Yeah, we're sort of douchey friends.
What were you doing in the woods, Petra?
Nothing. Just drawn by the sound of Jesse's high-pitched screams.
That's actually a good question, since Petra had no reason to be out in the woods. She already had the wither skull on her and she had to be in town to trade it for a diamond. I guess she just really wanted to take a detour.
That's weird. He said the dark, creepy alley close to the gates, but he's not here.
Maybe he should have given an actual address rather than tell you to meet him in a literal dark and creepy alley.
Ivor!
Ah, here she is.
Sorry, I'm late.
You weren't late. You were here before him. He was the one who was late and you went to see if you had the right address.
Perhaps we should call the whole thing off.
Considering why you want the wither skull and you're gonna rip them off, I'm kinda curious why you would even try hardballing this deal.
This isn't a diamond.
No, it's lapis.
Never give up the goods until you see the money. This section is oddly similar to Looking for Jason in Heavy Rain. While I don't think anyone would consciously rip off a scene from a David Cage game, it does show how cliche this scene is that it always plays out the same every time. Person who's looking for another person in a crowd will catch glimpses of them, but other people will get in the way, and someone will be mistaken from behind for the person you were chasing.
Come on, Reuben. I'm sorry, Reuben. I never should have let you run off in the woods.
Is Reuben actually angry at Jesse for giving him an opportunity to escape at the risk of his own life? Fuck that pig if so.
Wait, there he is. Looks like he's heading towards the hall.
We're gonna have to get past that usher to follow him.
And Ivor didn't?
We need a distraction.
A lot of chickens running around might be a distraction.
Shoot! Get out of here!
Usher is afraid of chickens.
And so this scene was written without any changes.
But you have to break that pane of glass. How are you gonna reach it?
Is a rock not available? I feel that a rock would be better than creating a block of slime to jump off so you could punch through glass with your bare hand. Bouncer, who's afraid of chickens, runs right into a flock of chickens.
Where'd he go?
There!
How do you know? Anyone could have left that door ajar. You didn't even see Ivor go in there. Ivor has an evil laboratory right below the convention center that no one knew about. And this is just down the stairs off to the side of the lobby. Is that a Quentin Tarantino trunk shot I see?
Soul sand plus 3 wither skulls. That's the recipe for a wither.
This guy's read the wiki.
Don't you recognize me? Oh, wait. Surprised to see me? No, that's not good.
Villain practice. Knocking over a bottle cliche.
I have what I want, and you have exactly what you earned.
If villains would just honor their end of the agreement, I feel they would win 90% of the time.
Show our friends the door.
That's not how iron golems work. They only attack mobs when spawned, not people.
Are you with me?
Well, what do you know? He is voiced by Dave Fennoy. Jesse and his friends ran out of the basement when the iron golem attacked. But Lucas got separated and is still hiding in the basement. When Jesse goes to find him, he finds Lucas and the golem, but no Ivor. There's only one exit to this basement, and Jesse and his friends were right outside it this whole time. So where did Ivor go? You had a lever on stage to raise the wither out of your secret laboratory the whole time? I did maintenance never notice this. When did you have time to put the wither together? It was all in pieces in a trunk a minute ago, and Jesse and Lucas were in the basement where it was stored not long ago, and you weren't there.
Creature! Retreat! Retreat, I said!
That's a command block, dude. You gotta enter some code for that to work. All of the other people who were caught in the wither's tractor beam get pulled immediately into it, except for Jesse and Petra, who just kind of float there so they can be rescued.
The inner chamber is built entirely of obsidian. We should be untouchable in there.
Well, maybe if you'd close the door behind you.
Hurry! If you can get through the portal, you'll be safe!
Traveling to Minecraft's version of hell is apparently safer than fighting a Lovecrafty... Lovecraft. I just realized that.
Why me?
I believe in you.
You don't even know him. You literally just met him 5 minutes ago and then you ran from a monster together.
Petra, you've got to go through the portal with us.
Sorry, Jesse. This is something I've got to do.
What? Die heroically? There is no reason for you to stay behind, and it's not like there's much you can do anyways.
I would wish you good luck, but luck won't carry you through the Nether. You have my sympathies.
If you're so good at surviving in the Nether, why did you have Petra get the Wither Skull for you? You could have just gotten it yourself. According to Ivor, these tracks were built by the Order of the Stone. However, they built the worst minecart system in history, since the track leads into a waterfall of lava and you have to manually switch the track to avoid dying. Also, I don't see any powered rails to make the minecarts move forward, which is necessary in Minecraft. Just once I'd like to make it through one of these videos without getting Indiana Jones flashbacks. Hell, at this point, I'd settle for getting through one of these without getting any Steven Spielberg movie flashbacks.
I say we build a treehouse.
Treehouse is gonna be Spider Town. I hate spiders.
You live in a treehouse though. Why is building one now such an issue?
If you had to, which would you rather fight? 100 chicken-sized zombies.
Don't you start that again. It was a desperate enough attempt at appealing to message board culture for the first time.
Did I do something to you? I'd really like to know, because you keep getting on my case for what seems like no reason.
Yeah, Axel has come down with a case of telltale asshole disease, a terrible affliction that affects 1 out of every 5 people in a Telltale game. The Order has only been disbanded for a few years at this point, right? So why does their old temple look like it's been rotting for centuries?
We're trapped!
No, I'm pretty sure those dispensers will run out of arrows to shoot at some point. Just wait it out. All important information will be in the middle of the book cliché. This game isn't even trying to hide the fact that it's borrowing the light map room from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Got to find the Order of the Stone.
But there are only 2 lights.
Look, we don't know enough about how this thing works. Maybe the amulet only tracks them when they're on the surface. Or maybe it doesn't work when they're in the Nether.
And yet it's not tracking Gabriel, who is in this world just inside of a monster.
Oh, come on, Jesse. You're not even having a little fun? I mean, I am!
At the end of episode 1, you were admonishing everyone for not taking things serious enough when they started telling jokes. Now you're living this shit up.
That is like the perfect warm-up for when we get to Boomtown.
Boomtown?
Yeah! Boomtown!
How did you see and read that sign when you were facing away from it? Come to think of it, how did you guys know that this minecart would take you to a portal that would take you to Magnus? The amulet pointed to a location on a map. It didn't say anything about traveling there through a nether portal.
Nor found some noobs with a thingy that can find Magnus.
I can buy that she overheard Jesse say that, but you, the guy who just showed up?
Uh-oh!
Again?
Jesse survives that. Yep, that's an arrow in his knee. Do I even have to explain why I'm sending this? Something that pixelated would not roll like a coin.
You were completely surrounded by hundreds of hidden death traps.
Oh man, they dragged poor Corey Feldman into the... Actually, never mind. He could use the work. How exactly is this a trap? They could just back away from the TNT. That's an obsidian bridge, so the explosion can't destroy it.
Gabriel sent us on this mission.
Gabriel? You're seriously telling me you're buddy-buddy with Gabriel? You know how often people try to tell me that one.
Does the fact that they brought Gabriel's amulet with them not mean anything to you?
Quick, come on. You guys are never gonna believe who showed up while you were gone.
How though? Petra didn't know about the temple, or at the very least she didn't know its location. And she certainly didn't travel through the Nether to get here. The portal was destroyed by the Witherstorm's tentacles after Ivor came through.
You pulled me out of that Witherstorm's crutches, and I ran and ran and ran for the temple.
Why didn't you just run through the Nether portal with the rest of them? You accomplished nothing by staying behind anyway, so why were you so amped up to do that?
Super TNT. Stronger and more explosive than anything else in the world. The Formidi-Bomb.
Yeah. I've heard all about the F-bomb before.
F-bomb?
Yeah. Soren claimed that dropping the F-bomb could destroy anything.
Wah wah.
Our map could locate him.
He wasn't on the map.
Well no, but since the plot now calls for finding him, his light will now appear on the map, along with Ivor's. Soren's light first shined on a spot close to the temple. In the next shot, it's shining all the way at the top of the map.
Not too far, we could probably make it on foot.
Why not travel through the Nether like you did to Boomtown? Not only is that faster, it would let you beat Ivor to Soren since he's traveling by foot and has a head start. Petra has a diamond sword when before she swiped a gold one from Ivor's lab.
How far is Soren?
It has to be close, right?
Not much farther, we can make it!
You just left the temple though. Soren was somewhere at the top of the map. How are you so close already?
Whoa. Look.
That's the exact opposite of what you should do with Enderman.
You got me away from the Witherstorm. But I'm worried that I didn't get away soon enough.
What? What is that? What's wrong with your arm?
Do you know what wither is?
The wither? Of course, we've been...
No, Jesse. Just wither. Or wither sickness, I guess.
Petra's voice actor, Ashley Johnson, has experience with this sort of thing. She voiced Ellie in The Last of Us. Girl who gets infected with terrible disease is probably the most unfortunate typecasting I've ever witnessed. This guy knows where the camera is. Petra went to find the others after Jesse fell down a hole, and she apparently did because they show up at the end of this fight with Ivor. But Petra gets here way before them, which means after finding them, Petra ran back to Jesse while Lucas, Axel, and Olivia casually strolled.
Have you ever seen the effects of a splash potion of slowness?
Why didn't you use that potion to begin with? You were nearly captured by them.
Magnus and Ellegard.
Admittedly, this part is pretty funny.
You don't look so good.
Yeah, you literally gained circles under your eyes in the course of one scene. Since you could just dig straight through the floor, I'm kinda confused why you're so stumped about how to get out of the room Ivor locked you in. This is Minecraft after all. Say hello to the running joke of this episode. If Petra doesn't want the others to know about her wither sickness, she should keep her sleeve rolled down like she was doing before. Everyone should easily notice the spreading purple pixel on her arm.
We have to get out of here!
What?
We have to get out of here!
Olivia yelled that loudly the first time, and she's right next to you, so you shouldn't need to ask what for clarification. By my count, this is the second time the amulet has gone rolling away and probably come an inch from being destroyed.
The amulet! It's over there!
When Jesse dropped it, it landed on a purple floor, and that is certainly not a purple floor. Pretty sure throwing that creeper ahead of you is breaking some law of gravity. Yep, that's a spider attacking someone underwater. Stupid, isn't it? Here we get not one, but two examples of the running joke for this episode.
No, I'm not crying, just look!
Again, you really shouldn't tell them that when it's Enderman. Just say it's Enderman and they will figure out the rest on their own.
We might never find this guy.
There he is.
Did that just happen? I can't believe that just happened.
I can't either. That was lazy writing disguised as comedy. And one more. Got it out of your system yet?
He is the greatest builder of all time. If anybody knew how to put in the secretest of secret doors, it's him.
Why do we have to go through this song and dance of finding a way out of this room again? We just did this. If you can dig through a stone floor, a wall made of wool wouldn't be too much of a problem.
After all that, he's not even here?
You know that he's here though. You saw him walking up the stairs. If Soren is trying to teach Enderman how to build things out of clay blocks, why is the crafting recipe and the clay blocks inside where the Enderman can't get to them?
It's a good thing they can't see me through this glass.
I know that's the actual rule in Minecraft, but damn, does that sound stupid when spoken out loud. That disguise may fool an Enderman, but I'm pretty certain Soren would realize that you were about half the size of an Enderman, and your jaw is showing. Plus, he made the costume.
You must be Soren.
Well, I am. But must I be?
This is what your love of Firefly and Buffy the Vampire Slayer has come to, people. Every form of entertainment is now trying to copy Joss Whedon-style dialogue because that's what the kids love these days.
Gary may seem scary, but he's a swell guy. Sally dilly-dallies, give her credit, she tries.
What the hell am I playing? Did Olivia just walk out of the room while Jesse was risking his life with the Enderman? She was in here when Jesse left, and even said she would watch from the window. After Soren brought Jesse back, she re-enters the room and is surprised to see Soren. That feels like a dick move on her part. Shouldn't these Endermen be attacking them right now? The entire group clearly looked at them. Didn't you walk through a crowd of Endermen when you arrived just fine? Just keep your head down. So what's the rule for these iron golems in this game? Back in the lab, one attacked Jesse and the others. Now they attack nothing but the mobs and leave the humans alone.
Part of me is hoping that when we bomb the Witherstorm, this sickness will just dissipate.
Yeah, because killing the thing that infected you is a medically proven way of curing disease. So kids, if you inherited a chronic illness from one of your parents, just kill one of them. Don't actually do that.
Oh, there you are.
So glad you could make it!
So glad you two could rejoin the plot, since you walked down a hallway for an entire episode while everyone else is doing important stuff.
You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Well, I didn't see you or the others of Jesse's group volunteering to set off the F-bomb. You were just as much of a coward as them.
Jesse, take my armor.
But you're a woman. I know you're all block people, but assuming you're still anatomically correct, that would make it difficult for Jesse to fit into your armor. Also, doesn't that mean you're going to strip right in the middle of the battle? Jesse only collects 2 of the 8 pieces of gunpowder that flew away inside the Witherstorm's tractor beam. Yeah, when he assembles the F-bomb, he has all 8 pieces. The F-bomb looks a lot like the command block inside the Witherstorm.
All those people, they're alive. The Witherstorm didn't kill them.
And apparently the bomb that blew it apart didn't either. Ellegar doesn't turn into a pile of crafting materials and equipment when she dies. Considering that later when the pig dies it turns into a pork chop, I was disappointed that they didn't play this one by the rules. Out of all these people who were inside the Witherstorm, not a single one of them has the wither sickness like Petra does or seems to have lost their memories like Gabriel has. Gabriel's eyes turned red in between episodes. Do random saddled horses just roam these lands or something? Why is Soren busy building an attractive gate on their hastily built bridge to escape the Witherstorm? Seems a bit unnecessary. There's really no reason why the Witherstorm can't continue to chase Jesse and the others. It acts like it can't cross the gap even though it's flying.
There were other people wearing that very same jacket when I was thrown from the monster.
Lucas, your friends could still be out there.
I know, and that means I gotta go after them.
Wouldn't your friends have been sucked back into the wither once it revived itself? I mean, that was some crazy shit you only managed to escape from with horses. And why didn't you see them when you were rescuing people after the F-bomb went off?
Ivor built the Wither, sure, but he couldn't have done it without that skull I gave him.
True, but he already found the first 2 skulls on his own. I'm sure he could have gotten the third in time.
I don't want to lose you, you understand? Yeah, I know you've run off before, but things are different now.
Can Jesse actually understand what his pig is saying?
What are you doing here, Ivor? Come to lock me in another room?
I came to offer my help.
Ha! He's been...
Why didn't you do that earlier then? You tried to take Jesse's head off back at Soren's. You've been playing the villain the whole game.
Seen it with my own eyes.
We actually just saw a bunch of Endermen pull blocks off a Witherstorm.
So,
enough of them working together might be able to destroy a Witherstorm entirely.
This would have been a way more interesting plan to stop the Witherstorm. But later they just opt for a magic sword.
you're forgetting about the command block. Yes, well, I created a failsafe. A backup plan, just in case.
That I didn't have with me when I created the Wither. I really should have looked up the definition of failsafe before I did this.
Just one problem. It's at my secret lab, which is sort of far away.
Seriously, why would you create a failsafe for the Wither and then store it at the end of the Earth? And if you already had this thing prepared, why didn't you go and get it as soon as your plan went south? Instead, you went to Soren's fortress looking for him for no reason.
You just go make that super weapon. I'll meet you back at Soren's fortress.
But Soren's fortress is just a short distance from your camp. Meanwhile, the Farlands are several days away.
Are we there yet?
Almost there.
You are still days away from your lab in the Farlands. Why say this if you're not even remotely close?
My rear end is profoundly sore.
I'm not touching that one.
I am telling you, we cannot go to the Farlands.
You've been traveling for weeks and you are only now voicing your opposition?
Hold on, back up. What exactly are the Farlands?
And you only now just got around to talking about what the Farlands are? Just what did you guys talk about during the trip?
Wow.
You lost them for WoW? What is that?
How did you not notice something that big until you were standing right in front of it? Suddenly I'm getting The Walking Dead. Oh yeah, I already did that one.
But now what do we do? We're all separated.
Oh no, if only you could build a short bridge of some sort to get across. You know, like you did when you were escaping the Wither Storm. All of the things I know about physics are currently being violated. This is the NTR of gravity and the conservation of energy.
Find anything yet?
In this mess? It's as though Ivor learned nothing from my lectures on organizational methodology. If only he hadn't gotten lost in that confounded swamp. He could just tell us where the book is.
I'm pretty sure that was the devs' way of getting themselves out of the corner they wrote themselves into. Having Ivor with them would have made getting into the lab and finding the book trivial. So he just disappeared in a cutscene and doesn't reappear until Jesse finds the enchanting book he came for.
Wood planks, those will be useful.
Actually, that was a stick.
Why would you build a secret passage in a house that nobody ever visits?
More like, why wouldn't you?
No, her question was actually pretty reasonable. Oh no, they couldn't possibly mine through that stone wall. Seriously, characters not being able to just mine their way out of any problem is so un-Minecraft it hurts. And that's only compounded by the fact that they did mine their way through a stone floor earlier.
No way out.
You want to try and see if that door opens first before coming to that conclusion?
Wait, aren't those the ender crystals? Like the real ones?
They are, but you've never seen the ender crystals before. Soren only told you about destroying them in his story about the ender dragon, so you shouldn't know what they look like.
I would use the command block to blink the Ender Dragon out of existence, securing our status as legends forever. We told the world we defeated a dragon, and the rest is history.
Using the command block to blink the ender dragon out of existence is supposed to seem like cheating, and Jesse gets pissed off after hearing the truth about the Order of the Stone from Soren. But it seems like a perfectly reasonable way of getting rid of a monster to me. Or is Jesse saying he wouldn't be okay with using the command block to get rid of the Wither Storm if he had it? Also, if Soren blinked the ender dragon out of existence, where did he get the dragon egg that was in the other room? That only drops from killing the ender dragon.
So you finally admit it.
Soren, how could you?
Ivor.
How long have you guys been standing there?
Did Soren not notice Ivor and the rest standing there in the doorway this whole time in his field of view? I mean, he was literally looking in that direction.
Is this why you left the Order? Because Soren lied?
Because they all did. Soren, Gabriel, Magnus, Ellegard. They agreed to keep this a secret.
If Ivor was so upset about the lie that the Order told about defeating the Ender Dragon, why did he go and build a replica of the fake battle in his lab? Your horses ran off when you were attacked by witches in the swamp. Where did you get new ones? And it took you days, if not weeks, to get to the Farlands. How did you get back to Soren's fortress so fast?
My name is Gabriel the Warrior. Ah!
Oh, for goodness sake. I'm not letting that idiot get himself killed.
You had no problem letting him almost get himself killed in episode 1. This pissing off Enderman chase to get them to attack the Witherstorm goes on for 5 minutes.
Ocelots! Distract that Witherstorm!
Oh hey, it's the asshole team from the first episode here to redeem themselves, and then turn heel immediately in the next episode.
Reuben, this is no place for us. Big! Ah!
Unlikely.
It's doing everything it can to protect the command block, which means I have to do everything I can to destroy it.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Reuben! No!
No. I know you can survive any fall in Minecraft by falling into water, but that was a belly flop into like 2 feet of water from way up in the sky. So, do you bury it or eat it? Man, sucks to be Ellegard. She died to help stop the Witherstorm too, but only Reuben the pig gets a memorial.
And so it was that a new Order of the Stone was born. One whose adventures were only just beginning.
Season 2 baiting.
torches!